This job market is no joke. If you want a job offer in 2026, you don't need more applications. You need better conversations. Let me say that again. If you want a job offer in 2026, you don't need more applications. You need better conversations. When I wound down my tech startup in 2020 and changed jobs every 6 months for almost 2 years, trying to find my path, every single one of the 6-figure client-facing jobs that I was landing started with an informal message or conversation. And yes, I had the advantage of having spent the previous 3.5 years networking like my life depended on it. But the point is that none of my interview processes for the roles that I landed started with an online job posting. And now the best roles that my clients are receiving offers for at companies like Shopify, Reddit, and Intuit have always started with some kind of informal back and forth, either in person, over email, or on LinkedIn with someone that genuinely wants to be helpful. Landing an awesome role in 2026 doesn't start on a job board alone. It doesn't come from the perfect resume or the perfect posting, and it rarely starts with a clean, linear interview process. Informal conversations are almost always part of the equation. And once you understand this, your entire job search changes. Most women already sense this, even if they can't fully articulate it yet. Career progress doesn't happen neatly anymore. It's not predictable. It's not linear. And it's definitely not driven by job postings or promotions alone, especially in client-facing careers and especially in volatile markets. Waiting for the right role to appear is a losing strategy, because opportunities aren't discovered at the application stage. They are created earlier through conversations. And I know what you're thinking. Erica, I've tried this. I add people on LinkedIn, I message them, and they never respond. I don't care how many messages you have sent. I am telling you, people want to be helpful, and you need to make it really easy for them to do so. If your ask is quick and low effort, you will make progress in unexpected ways. You just need to know what to say. So I learned this lesson accidentally when I wound down my tech startup. And when I re-entered the workforce, I didn't mean to pivot every 6 months for almost 2 years. I just knew I needed money and I wanted to work with awesome people. And before any formal interview process began, I had informal conversations about each of the 4 companies that I ended up landing at. So I promise you, my resume did not get me any one of those jobs. Conversations did. I wasn't putting on a show. I was just sharing exactly what I believed to be true about what I wanted to contribute next. And I asked the right questions in my conversations. The kinds of questions that prompt people to take you seriously. Those conversations helped me really quickly understand which companies were genuinely interesting to me, which roles would actually leverage my strengths, and which situations could likely be a waste of time for me and for them. That clarity didn't come from job descriptions. It came from talking to people. This is something I remind my clients about daily. Clarity comes from conversations. Looking at a job posting is never enough to properly evaluate fit. Postings are generic, outdated, often written to be performative, and optimized for filtering, not for what it's actually like to do the role. They don't tell you what the role actually needs, where the real leverage is, how decisions are made, how people interact at the company, or how success is measured internally. Only conversations can do that. So here's what informal conversations actually do, and this is what most people misunderstand about the process. You are not asking someone for a job. You are building context. It's more about the questions that you're asking. You are uncovering what you need to know to properly play the matchmaking game of seeking a new opportunity in the world of business. Does my experience and potential match their needs right now? Conversations are how people understand how you think and what problems you're good at solving, where you add value, and how you operate in the real world. Once that happens, something powerful shifts. Roles will start to take shape. Opportunities get discussed before they're posted, and your name enters rooms that you didn't know existed yet. That's how many of the best roles are created. Quietly, collaboratively, and long before a posting exists. This is the shift most women haven't made yet. Careers are not about winning a role. They are about matchmaking. You are not just asking, can I do this job? Will they choose me? You are asking, is this company aligned with how I work? Do I respect how decisions are made here? Is this a place where my strengths will compound over time? Is this actually what they need right now? And the only way to answer those questions is through conversation. Most meaningful opportunities are shaped before they're ever posted. By the time a role hits a job board, the narrative is already forming. Internal candidates are already being discussed. Referrals already have some context. If you are only reacting to postings, you are always behind the curve. Informal conversations let you move earlier and with intention. So this is a core part of how I work with my clients. We don't spray and pray with resumes. We don't wait to be chosen. We identify the right types of companies. We start conversations early. We practice for those conversations in our sessions. We learn to tell the story in a way that fits what the company needs. We use conversations to gather real information and build trust before a role even exists. That's how women enter interview processes and conversations calm, confident, and informed, instead of anxious and reactive. So here's the reframe to take with you. Career momentum doesn't come from applications, especially in the AI era. It comes from access that isn't found in public. Access is built through relationships, not job boards. I wouldn't be worrying about the 100 people that applied to that job that you want. I would worry about the people that were having conversations before the posting went up. In the next video, I'm going to show you how client-facing women get chosen without chasing roles or begging for interviews, by being intentional about how and where they build relationships. You don't need more applications, you need better conversations. I'll see you in the next episode.